Whew, okay, so I literally don't have a lot of time to make this video right here, so I'm gonna try to keep this as quick as possible. What's going on, everyone? Josh Quinones here, and today is the day that I finally send out my Galaxy Z Fold 2 as my trade-in for my Galaxy Z Fold 3. Yes, I am keeping this device right here. And to be totally honest with you guys, I did get this on the 21-day buy and try, where you don't have to put any money up front. You get the 21 days to try it out. You know, if you don't end up liking it, then you can send it back without having to pay anything. I decided to go that way so I can really figure out if this was actually worth the upgrade for me or not, coming from the Galaxy Z Fold 2. Now, to be completely honest with you guys right here up front at the beginning of the video, instead of making you wait to the end, if you do have a Galaxy Z Fold 2, honestly, there is really no need to upgrade it. Honestly, it almost feels like I'm using the same exact device, but it kind of made sense for me because this is now water resistant, which is a big deal for me because at my regular job, I do work around a lot of water, and even just here at home, I tend to wet my phone a lot somehow. I'm always spilling something. So it made sense for me to get this because of that alone. I can now comfortably take it to work with me without having to worry about getting it wet. Now, it is not yet dust resistant. So if there's one day where I'm working around a lot of dust, then yeah, you know, I'll have to keep it in the work truck. But, you know, for the most part, I feel a lot safer carrying this around with me without having to worry about any of that water damage. Now, that's the one thing that made sense for me to upgrade. But if you're someone who, you know, doesn't get your phone wet a lot, you don't need to worry about that water resistance, you're pretty careful, honestly, there's really no other need to upgrade to the Galaxy Z Fold 3. Because like I said, it almost feels like you're using the same device. But, you know, even though it does feel like the same device, in a way, it does feel a little bit different. Now, as far as looks go, looking at the back here, I mean, they both pretty much look the same except for that camera module. That's the one dead giveaway here, is the camera module on the Galaxy Z Fold 2 is just a bit wider than the one on the Galaxy Z Fold 3. And when it comes to the overall camera quality of both of these devices, when it comes to pictures, I would say the picture quality that you get with the Galaxy Z Fold 3, the pictures do come out a bit more vibrant and a bit more bright. And you know, let's go ahead and do just a little quick live picture test here. So I'm just gonna take a picture of what I have right here in the corner. Here's the Z Fold 3. Let's go ahead and get it with the Z Fold 2. Boom. All right, that's with the main camera on both of these. Looking at both of them, yeah, so the picture on the Galaxy Z Fold 3 does look a bit brighter and more vibrant. So the picture quality does come out a little bit better with the Galaxy Z Fold 3. It's not a huge difference, to be honest. I mean, the picture quality on the Z Fold 2 is still really good. You really don't have to worry about getting any bad photos unless, of course, you know, the lighting is really, really bad. But other than that, you can still capture some great photos with either of these devices. And the same thing when it comes to video quality. I don't really see a huge difference in video quality. I mean, for the most part, when just comparing both of these cameras right here, from my own experience, they're both almost pretty much the same. I would say the ones on the Galaxy Z Fold 3 are just a little bit better. Now, when it comes to performance, starting with the outside display, both outside displays pretty much look the same. I mean, they look just as skinny, just as tall as each other. I'm sure the measurements on both of these devices are just a little bit different, but just in everyday usage, I mean, you're not really going to notice. Yeah, we do now get that 120 hertz display on that outside display on the Galaxy Z Fold 3 compared to the 60 hertz display on the Z Fold 2. But honestly, I mean, for me, it's really not, yeah, it's nice to have, I'm not gonna lie, it's nice to have that 120 hertz on this front display here, but it's really not needed, to be honest, because for the most part, you know, I'm using that inside display of this device. That's why you're gonna get it, because of that bigger inside display. The outside display is really just, you know, if you need to do something real quick or something that doesn't require a bigger display, that's when you're going to use this smaller display, at least for me. So having that 120 hertz, it's not really needed, to be honest. Like I said, it is nice, but it's not really needed. It doesn't really make the phone faster. It just makes it smoother. I know it does have an upgraded processor and all that stuff, you know, but as far as performance goes, I mean, both perform very, very well. This 60 hertz display in the front of the Z Fold 2 is not really gonna take away from the experience. Now, that's just in my own honest opinion. So again, 120 hertz, nice to have, but really not needed with that outside display. Now, before we go to the inside display, let me go ahead and talk about the overall feel of both devices. Like I said, it pretty much feels like I'm using the same exact device going from this one to this one, although I will say the Galaxy Z Fold 3 does feel a little bit more refined than the Galaxy Z Fold 2. And when I have both of these devices open, the Galaxy Z Fold 3, let me go ahead and unlock them here. There we go. Okay, so The Galaxy Z Fold 2 just doesn't seem like it opens completely flat. I can kind of bend it a little bit to make it flat, but then it's kind of like a curved display, like kind of how my hands are shaped like this. It's not completely flat. It kind of gives that curve like that. At least mine. I don't know, maybe if I broke it or maybe I got a defective one or something like that, but that's what my Galaxy Z Fold 2 looks like. On the Z Fold 3, looking at it, it's completely flat. It doesn't have any of that kind of curved shape to it. And just around the edges as well, you're getting flat edges all the way around. And it does look a little bit nicer than the Z Fold 2. But if you're just looking at it straight on without trying to look for differences, honestly, you're probably not going to notice a difference unless you're looking at that inside display and notice the hole punch camera cutout on the Z Fold 2, because on the Z Fold 3, that hole punch camera cutout is now gone. So you don't have to worry about that getting in the way if you are someone who thought that it did get in the way. Honestly, for me, I never found that camera punch hole cutout to get in the way. And honestly, the picture quality and video quality come out a lot better with this inside camera on the Z Fold 2 rather than on the Z Fold 3, because since this is still something Samsung's working on. This is kind of like the first generation of this for Samsung. So it is a working process. I'm sure in the next device, quality will be a lot better when it comes to photos and videos. But as of right now, this is kind of like a test run, I would say, for Samsung. So picture quality isn't going to be the best when taking pictures or video with that inside camera underneath the display. It is now hidden underneath the display. And honestly, that's not really a big deal for me. I don't really need it. It's nice to look at. Don't get me wrong, it's very nice to look at because now you're literally getting a full screen experience. With the Z Fold 2, yeah, it's there, but honestly, I don't mind that it's there at all. I could care less that it's there because, like I said, it never got in the way for me, whether I'm, just using the phone open like this, watching videos, playing games, whatever it is I'm doing on this device, that punch hole cutout never got in the way, and you're getting better picture and video quality. Now you are getting a 120 Hertz on both of these displays. Very, very smooth, snappy experience on both of them. Both pretty much performing the same. I don't notice any lag with the Galaxy Z Fold 2. No lag with the Galaxy Z Fold 3. Both look great. Now I will say that the dark mode in the app drawer is a lot darker than the app drawer on the Galaxy Z Fold 2. I do have dark mode turned on both of these devices. And yeah, the dark mode on the Galaxy Z Fold 3 is darker than the one on the Galaxy Z Fold 2. Not that it's a huge deal or anything like that, but I will say it does look a little bit nicer. Although the one on the Z Fold 2 just it's more of like a blur that it gives to the background, so you're not seeing your wallpaper or anything like that. Another thing I noticed is that the display on the Galaxy Z Fold 3 does seem a bit more vibrant and a bit more brighter as well. I do have the brightness settings on both of these exactly the same. I have both set to vivid, both at 120 Hertz, high resolution, and yeah. So I will say the display on the Galaxy Z Fold 3 does look a little bit better than the display on the Galaxy Z Fold 2, even though the display on the Z Fold 2 is still a beautiful looking display. And also, I don't have a screen protector on my Galaxy Z Fold 2. I do have one on my Galaxy Z Fold 3, and it's still looking, a little bit better than the one on my Galaxy Z Fold 2. So that's another difference I noticed there. Now, one big difference between both of these devices right here is that the Galaxy Z Fold 3 now has S Pen compatibility. You can't use an S Pen with the Galaxy Z Fold 2, not at all. So in order to use the S Pen with the Galaxy Z Fold 3, you're not able to use it with that outside display. You do have to open it up and use it with the inside display. And you can only use a specially made S Pen for the Z Fold 3. Don't go trying to use, one from one of your Note devices or the one that was made for the S21 Ultra. It has to be that specially made S Pen that was made for the Z Fold 3, because if you use any other type of S Pen, it does give you a warning that you can possibly damage your display. So if I were you, I wouldn't risk it if you do decide to get this device and try to use the S Pen. Just make sure you get the right one. Me personally, I really wish that Samsung would have made a way to put the S Pen in the device. I mean, I know if you open it up, it is a little skinny and would probably be hard to fit one in there, but I wouldn't have minded a bit of a thicker device to be able to put the S Pen in there, because now if I want to take it with me, I either have to, put it in my pocket, put it in a bag, or if I have a pocket on my shirt, or use a thicker case that holds an S Pen. And me personally, I don't really like using thicker cases if I really don't have to. So, I mean, it's nice to use on this device. I mean, with this big display, being able to use an S Pen on that, super, super nice. I just hate that they weren't able to find a way to, you know, integrate it into the device. But either way, I mean, the S Pen is definitely nice to use on this phone right here. Like I said, you're not able to use it on the Z Fold 2. And I mean, you know, the S Pen isn't for everyone, so it might not even be a big deal to most of you. I don't know. Let me know down in the comments. Another difference, speakers. The speakers on the Galaxy Z Fold 2, I gotta say, sound better than what we have on the Z Fold 3. They sound a little bit more louder and just more full, in my opinion. They got a little bit more low end. I would say the speakers on the Z Fold 3 just sound a bit more brighter. They still get pretty loud, not as loud as the Z Fold 2. They still get pretty loud though, but they just have more of a brighter sound to them rather than, you know, a more full lower end sound. But either way, still sound great, but I do prefer the speakers on the Galaxy Z Fold 2. And when it comes to battery life on both of these devices, I will say that the battery life on the Galaxy Z Fold 2 was just a little bit better than the battery life that I was getting with the Galaxy Z Fold 3. And I think that does have to do with the Galaxy Z Fold 2 not having that 120 Hertz display. It does help it save a little bit more battery, because on the Galaxy Z Fold 3, like I said, we do have that 120 Hertz display, you know, on that front display, and I do use that, you know, along with the inside display. So I think that's using up a little bit more battery than what we are using with the Z Fold 2. And also the battery on the Z Fold 3 is also a little bit smaller as well. So I think that does affect battery life as well. Not that battery life is super bad on this device. I would just say that I noticed it to be a little better with the Galaxy Z Fold 2. Now, when it comes to durability of both of these devices, I will say that the Galaxy Z Fold 3 does seem a little bit more durable than the Galaxy Z Fold 2. And a lot of it has to do, you know, with that water resistance that we now have, and also that inside display. It is said that that inside display is now a little bit more durable than what we had with the Galaxy Z Fold 2. And another thing I noticed, I took it off, but the pre-installed screen protector that comes on the Galaxy Z Fold 3 felt so much better than the screen protector on the Galaxy Z Fold 2. I noticed with the Z Fold 2, after some time, it just started feeling like a little bit, had that stickiness feeling where it was kind of hard to use the device. And so I eventually just had to take that off, and it just felt so much better using this phone without that screen protector. It just felt so much better. It was such a much better experience. But with that pre-installed screen protector on the Galaxy Z Fold 3, it felt so much better. It almost felt like a screen protector wasn't even there. So really there was no need for me to take that off, but I really wanted to try this super thin glass screen protector from Whitestone Dome, and I was able to get it on there pretty good, and it's been holding up great. Feels like it, I mean, it is super thin glass, and it doesn't feel like I have any screen protector on there at all. So it's holding up great. But like I said, the pre-installed screen protector was better with the Galaxy Z Fold 3. Another difference here comes to the boxes. Look at this. Look at how much thicker the box is for the Z Fold 2 rather than the box for the Z Fold 3. That's because the Z Fold 2 did come with the charging brick, which I mean, I still don't think they had to give us a box this thick to add a charging brick in there. But I mean, the unboxing experience for the Z Fold 2 was just so much better. You opened it up, kind of like a book like that, and then you pull the phone out like that. And in my opinion, the Z Fold 2 just had a much better unboxing experience. And then the unboxing experience for the Z Fold 3 was just boom, that's it. You got your phone and this other little stuff that comes in the box, and that's it. No, really no cool unboxing experience there. But as far as just a quick comparison goes, like I said, there's not really when it comes to just everyday usage with both of these devices, there's not really a huge difference. Like I said, if you have a Z Fold 2, don't worry about upgrading to a Z Fold 3. You're not really missing out on a whole lot unless you really need that water resistance with the Z Fold 3. Other than that, you really don't have to worry, to be honest. You know, this is just my opinion. You don't have to listen to me. You really don't. This is just my opinion. For me, like I said, it did make sense because of that water resistance. But y'all let me know what you think down in the comment sections below. I'm getting short on time here. It's time to box this up and send it back out to Samsung. That way I don't get charged for that, because that's a lot of money right there. I better hurry up and send this back. But y'all let me know what you think down in the comment sections below. I'd love to know your thoughts. Thank you so much for watching. If you did like this video and find it helpful, make sure to give it a huge thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any other future videos to come. Thank you all so very much for watching. This is Josh Quinones. I will see you all in the next one. Peace out.